I was going to make a Black Eyed Peas joke, but I was coming up with it. Get fast.
Because of course. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host, Johnny Hellcat, and with me today are Minions, Hey Camel.
Good evening.
Gabby GeeWhiz.
Hello.
And Dax Orien.
I don't know where I am right now.
Am I here at all?
I thought we were supposed to be gaslighting Johnny. You're getting off script.
Well, I'm not actually here. I'm just in his head. So is that actually a real place? You know, what's going on with that one?
Hey, Tyr. Hey, Keishel.
Yes, man.
Hey, Mr. Yes, how's it going?
We're good. We're just trying to make Johnny realize we're figments of his imagination.
Hey, as long as they can hear you, then they're not figments.
They could be figments of your imagination, too.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
You could be our shared hallucination. We don't know. God, the human centipede thing, I forgot!
I can't see chat at all. Y'all are going to have to either live stream it here in the Discord room, or I just can't see what people are typing.
Centipede 2, Legend of Curly's Gold. Give me a second. Never mind, somebody else got it.
Thank you. Yeah, we had to go a little bit because I am sans technology. Most technology.
What's on the agenda tonight, Johnny?
So am I sharing that with you, or?
Oh, I just want to see what the kiddos are typing.
Okay.
And I'll probably regret my choice in 15. But I still adore your faces.
Fast 2 Centipede.
Alright, so I wonder if I can stop watching and just keep that up there.
Just keep what up where?
Well, with the stream that you're showing is just has us as smaller on the screen is all.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're good. We're good.
Oh, if it's fucking with the YouTube, we can close it out, I guess.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, it just makes the icon smaller, and there's a little weird square in the corner. That's about it. We don't care about aesthetic here. It's fine.
I'm surprised it took him a whole week to get to Dances with Human Centipede. I wonder how much time Tyr spent this week thinking up Human Centipede references.
Much of it.
Although it's kind of slowing down, which kind of makes me think he didn't spend that much time. I'm a little disappointed. Yeah, Monkey is 50 years old now, Mr. Yes.
Yep.
Well, happy for him.
Good dude. Happy birthday to him. I'm not singing.
Vegas house. Happy birthday.
Eggs are expensive, man. I ain't doing that.
That's why it's a gift. If he can catch them, he can cook them.
Instead of
see if you said
just leave him on his doorstep.
You'd never be able to bend down to pick them up.
Oh my god, where the wild things are, where the human centipede are. Tyr, make it 5 minutes. That's how much I'm gonna last. Stop bastardizing my childhood.
The never-ending human centipede.
The never-ending human centipede.
If it dies in the bog forest or marsh, whatever, instead of Ajax, I'll be a happy woman.
That's Artax, wasn't it?
It's Artax.
Last of the human Centahekins.
The Mohicans.
You guys.
We're nerds. What can we say? Except you're welcome.
All right. So how's your days, guys, going, you guys?
My days, guys.
Got paid bills. Now I'm broke.
I'm hungry, and I should have thought about that before the stream.
Yes, you should have.
Yeah. Gabby?
Besides having every electronic that I use on a regular basis in the shop to get fixed, I've done a whole lot of anything. It's nice.
Hey, I used that one last time, Tyr. That was mine.
That one was already used, so.
I was very proud of that one. Like, we actually had some follow-up jokes to that. It's like, yeah, we had enough money for you to finally make that human centipede you always wanted.
Gross.
A little pet shop of human centipede.
Yeah.
But, no, other than that, I put some feelers out last week, seeing about finding a new job, and I've already got a couple of interviews lined up, so.
Definite plus.
Yep.
Field of human centipedes.
Yeah, see, that they just did, Field of Centipedes, which, yeah, okay, I mean.
If you build it, they will definitely come.
Gross.
It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing, Mr. Yes.
It's not just
Field of Human Centipede.
It's not just replace part of the word, it's the full word.
You've got to fit human centipede in there, the whole thing.
Children of the human centipede. Centipede.
I keep wanting to say human centipede.
Yeah, human centipede.
Why not at this point?
I'm going to click decline.
Oh, man. Yeah, I had to go to the dentist today. It got myself a cleaning. That's about it. Did the work that I showed. Oh, I got a yawn.
You don't say.
Hey, Hammer.
Hey, how's it going?
When you mentioned you were working with rocks, I'm like, dare I say boulders?
Someone's got jokes.
All the jokes. Did you
I'm
name
a woman, but I could still be funny on occasion.
See, now we know you're really trying to gaslight him.
I mean, women already don't exist on the internet, so you guys already know this is a gay op.
Well, I had mentioned, as I had mentioned to you earlier, my kids are a little too young to help me, or they're a little too old to help me gather boulders. So
You're saying they're too old for manual labor?
You're out of my room, Daddy needs a rock.
Well, if we're wanting to stay in story, because the story is he had his kid with him and he was gathering boulders as he was.
I don't care about the story or math or any of that shit. I care about bullying your children.
Well, I mean,
how long have we been friends, Johnny? You know where my focus lays.
Gathering boulders builds character.
Oh, they'll be doing that. They'll be doing that this weekend.
So because they didn't help today, it's going to be worse later?
Well, they didn't help last weekend, so it's going to be worse this weekend.
Attaboy.
Let's go get them.
Teach them. If you don't teach them good working ethics now, they're not going to get it when they're older. Trust me, we see enough Starbucks baristas to know this is true.
Do you like extra whipped cream, Sour? That's them, if they don't push boulders.
Didn't they have like some weird fucking like protest that I was not even privy to? Starbucks employees, they took like 10 minutes off of work.
Oh, they're always looking for ways to not have to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and bitch for 15 minutes about how we're not getting a fair wage, and yeah, no one cares about you.
Hardly anybody is. Welcome to the fucking club. Welcome to paying taxes.
They literally just put a cup on your thing, hit a button, and it dispenses it. All they got to do is make a pretty picture on the top. Congratulations. That's
And they-
what they require.
They don't even do that.
Yeah.
And they take tips.
Yeah, and they take tips. Shut up.
I'm gonna step away for a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Nah, it's
Say you go to a machine and have it dispense for you at those locations and just have a technician on hand. Maybe somebody to steward and, clean up the drink areas. You don't even need those employees.
no.
They're beverage based. If it was food based, it's a little bit different. It's a harder thing and it costs more maintenance, whatever. But these are just drinks. Literally just make a dispenser. Or shut up about it, take the money you're given, and continue to thrive. Those are your options. Be replaced or shut the fuck up.
That's the thing, Mr. Yes. You don't have to tip them.
I don't know. I watched that video where that Asian dude was chasing down that one dude. Paid for his meal. It's like, you didn't tip, so I'm going to call the cops.
Go ahead, bitch. Well, although tipping's not mandatory here, so.
For excellent service, not the bare minimum requirement of your job.
So
I could go into it so much, but I don't want to dox where I work.
So
like servers who go above and beyond and stuff, they're fine, whatever. If they're attentive just enough, they're offering the right specials, they're telling you what's in there, maybe even trying to upsell you a little bit if it's playful. Those guys, yeah, they're going to get a tip. I have no problem tipping those people. But if I walk up to a counter and all you did was hand me my bag, what? No, you're not getting a tip. Why should I give you a tip? If it was just go grab it and then put it in the bag, I will go get it. Wow me, earn that.
Well, this is like the Walmart delivery drivers. Like, yeah, that makes sense. They're in the car. They got transport. Like that makes sense. Like, it's an automatic tip, and that absolutely stuff like that absolutely makes sense.
Like tipping like my grocery drivers and stuff because it's a convenience thing. Plus, I know they got to do the actual shopping for the services I particularly use. They have to do it individually, not the store pre-prepping it. And even then, if it's a store that offers pre-prep like that, I'm also not tipping them. So like, I don't go to Target anymore. Let's pretend I did. They have that thing where you go out there and you can order it and they'll bring it out to you. I don't feel I should have to tip that person when it is one of their jobs listed in their job listing. It's not like an extra task they added to these people. It is now part of their procedure to have somebody on staff to go collect that stuff and bring it to you. I don't tip my fucking person at the counter or the register, whatever. Why am I going to tip this guy for running it out to me? It's nice and gesture, and I like that the service is being provided, hence I will continue to shop there if I find that to be something I value. But there's no reason why I should have to tip that person.
I will tip him if he has to dodge traffic and he ends up getting hit.
I will tip him if it is inclement weather that I could have stayed home for, but didn't, because that's me being kind of a dick. Like, if I inconvenience somebody else, then I also tip. But you doing the job that you're just, you agreed to do, that is not tippable for me.
No.
Wow me. You have to wow me for that tip. It's like Lyft drivers. Your job is literally to drive me. Yes, I will tip you, assuming you get there quickly and you do it safely and you're attentive and I think you're following the rules of the road. But that should be for every driver.
Yeah, like I would with a regular taxi.
Right. I don't tip the taxi driver. Well, I do, but, I don't go out of my way to make that part of the procedure. It's just like, oh, if I have a 20 on me, I spent, 14, I don't care. Here, keep the 6.
I still always give my drivers, when I use Lyft and stuff, like a 5-star. Like, there's only one driver I was like, I wish I could go back and take my tip from, but I still always tip and give 5 stars. Even the one who said I was racist because where I live.
Yeah, I tip, and I understand the star system, but that's another problem I have, is the idea that if you don't get a 5-star, you didn't do, good enough. It's like, no, 5-star means they went above and beyond. 4-star means they did, they did a little bit above and beyond, and 3 means they did the job they were assigned to do. Anything beyond that is where the problem starts. So if you had a 2 or lower, there's a problem. Some people don't want to be promoted. Some people just want to do the job.
Well, also, like, if you give anything less than 5 stars, they ask for details, and I'm not going to type an essay.
Right. It's like, what did you like about your experience? It's like, I like that I got it quick. Why?
The way I see it is the way I see my self eval. When I do my self evaluation at work, and it drives them nuts when I put this. So they have us go through everything that we do that they take score with, and they're like, in your words, how do you feel you did? And I go, I did all right. And then I move on to the next one.
You do not put that.
I do. Every single time.
You do fucking not.
I hate self-evals.
Absolutely. I loathe doing self evals.
It's like, I always think I'm doing a good enough job.
I mean, I note what I do, like, because there's a few instances where, I could just pass off, this work to someone else, but I want to make sure that when, someone's needing a claim to get adjusted and everyone's like, nope, that's not how that works. And I'm just like, bitch, that is how that works. Not only is that how that works, that's how this whole thing's supposed to work. So
that's how they
send this over and get it adjusted. And they'll be like, okay. Like,
okay.
Because there's been a few people I'm like, I can't do this. This is how this is supposed to go. Can this be adjusted? And they're just like, we don't have the information for this. And I'm like, bitch, it is right there in golden blue letters. Just bam, right there. Like, get it done. And they're like, oh yeah, we didn't see that. It's like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then there are some issues. Like, there's one lady I've been helping, and we had her claim adjusted twice, and it's supposed to, because it's a member submitted claim, it's supposed to pay the member, but for some reason the system is saying, oh, we're going to pay the provider, and it's like, no, that's not where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go over there. But we're working to get that done, and it's like, that's part of the job. I don't expect tips for that, but depending on how long it takes for us to get it done, I would like high marks for it, but I'd rather.
If I do a better job, do I get an immediate bonus? If I do a better job, are you going to guarantee me that raise? No, they don't have to guarantee you a raise for doing above and beyond.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, a rating system can kind of affect if they do have that option to get bonuses and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying there isn't always a reward. I mean, I'm saying in general that a lot of jobs, will expect you to go above and beyond, do the best that you possibly can, but you are not guaranteed to move up in that company. You are not guaranteed to increase your benefit of society. Nothing that you're doing for them is actually guaranteed to improve your life in any meaningful way.
Actually, no, I mean, where I work, like, we have, like, evals of, like, sales and performance, like, weekly, and that determines, like, people's hours. Like, okay, so how did you promote this, or how did you sell this, or what were some customer feedbacks? And if you did shit, you get shit hours. If you did amazing, then, like, whatever time slot you want is yours.
That's why I said a lot of jobs. I didn't say all jobs, because if that's how your system works, it's like, hey, you're doing good, then you get more hours. Hey, you want to do better? We'll give you a couple more hours. See if you do good, then we'll give you more hours. I get that too, especially if it's not a full-time establishment. I get that. Those are kind of exempt from the overall rule, but I'm talking like factory and stuff.
That actually happened to me. And it's really funny because my boss is like, "You guys are doing amazing," and it's like, okay, then why did they give us the very end of the day to work? Because no one wants to no one wants the closing shift for the call center, because it is most of the outreach that you have to do at that time for like medical offices are already closed. So you have to hold on to the case and pick it up at a later time if you're even allowed to get to it at that time. Which sometimes you're able to actually get it done, but not all the time as fast as you're able to promise, which kind of puts you at a immediate disadvantage.
Yeah, it depends on if they track how often you can clear cases. Holding on to it for an extra day or two would definitely affect your numbers.
Yeah, especially when like most of the groups have same day case closure for performance. Yeah, I would agree with that, Mr. Yes.
For to survive off tips.
Yeah. If you
Yeah, I don't like the idea of surviving off a tip. You should be able to have a livable wage, sure. It's rough because at that point, it's like if you get a survivable wage, then tips usually have to disappear. You can't ask for both. Because at that point, if you have a higher wage, they're going to have to increase all their prices to match that to cover the losses of them now having to pay those full wages to their employee. Yeah, it's one of those gripping things where the person who's getting screwed over the most is the person in the middle, the one doing all the service work as opposed to the provider and the payer. I get that. It's a shitty situation. I wish there was a better solution. So, I mean, we just need to decide on one thing or the other and stop bitching about it and just say, okay, this way's what we're doing. Pick one.
Yeah, we're in that weird transitionary period where tipping has been very common culture for many generations, and now everyone's guaranteed a base minimum wage and even higher depending on how your business is classified. Like in California, like if you work at certain industries, you're required to pay your staff like more than minimum wage. So it's like, do they really need tips? But they still expect tips, even if you're not the friendliest person you've ever seen. I've had some bad staff who were like, I made shit today. And I'm like, your tips are entirely dependent on how you perform. So that's your L, buddy.
And here's another thing. Here's a piece of advice to people who are actually in control of the tipping policy at your job. Be careful if you decide to do the tip pool, because you're going to have fighting no matter how good the people work together. At some point, somebody's going to say, well, this person didn't do as much as me. And then you have to take all the time justifying why you are telling them that they need to shut up. You all agree to the tip pool, and then they're going to get mad, they're going to leave, and it's just problems. Don't tip pool unless you have a solid clause that says this is how the tip pool works. Don't bitch about it. Lose your hours. Fuck off. My opinion.
I know that when I was working one of my first jobs at a restaurant, I was a dishwasher, and I did.
That's fun.
To a degree.
I love doing it. You didn't like doing dishwashing shit?
Oh, I did.
I love you can throw in some headphones and just clean and not have to deal with anybody.
No, I didn't. I wasn't that lucky.
Oh, well, okay. Well, in that case, you have my sincerest apologies.
Actually, I when we used to run short on glasses, because they would go into our dishwasher and come out at like 150 degrees. So they're like, we need to get these cooled off so that we can get them out to the customers. And I go, well, I have an idea, but there's a risk to it. And they go, well, what are you talking about? And it's like, if you want these to be cooled down, I need to cool them down, but they're going to get wet. And he goes, well, what are you talking about? And I'm like, well, I start by spraying hot water on them. And then I gradually turn down the water so that it cools down the glasses. But if I do it too fast, hot glass, cold water, it's going to shatter.
Crack, yeah.
So I used to, I used to start like super hot water and then just gradually turn up the cold and then start turning down the hot. And I think I only broke like 3 glasses doing that. But no one else thought of doing something like that in that instance. Probably because glasses are going to shatter. So,
And also, it's like, did the speed at which you got those drink glasses out to make up for the water you used to cool them off in the first place?
well, I mean, water's water.
Though, could be ice, you know.
That's dishwasher water.
Which is why it's icy. Actually, I never had a complaint.
Now,
I worked in this.
the only thing I have to say about the whole tipping thing is it's the only place I've gone to that they ask you about giving a tip and you just kind of looking like, really? Is a Subway.
I'm not gonna.
I remember one post is like, somebody on Twitter said, like, bro, how are you going to ask me for a tip? We made that sandwich together.
Yeah.
I mean, all you did was literally just put on the bread what I pointed to.
My own shit on if that's.
Why should I give you a tip for that? First of all, your foot-long sandwich is now almost 4 times, as expensive as it used to be. That shit has been $5 in forever. And you want a tip on top of that?
It depends on how well they stack the ingredients. You can not every Subway sandwich maker is equal.
Well, that's true too. However, like you said, when there's been like a 200% increase in the last couple of years, where my meatball sub used to be nice and round numbered, it was really sweet, and now it's like $15-$16. It's like, you're not cousins. You were never cousins. Stop trying to be cousins. And even then, cousins isn't all that good either. I don't know why they charge $17 for a sandwich either, but I guess because you're actually like 14-incher.
I remember back in the day, I ordered a pizza and okay, I got some little bit of feedback there, but I ordered a pizza and I had a 20 on me, and I think the order came to like 15, like 75 or something.
Yeah.
And I gave him the 20, and he goes, "Oh, do you want change?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I do now.
I'm like, I'm not going to be like, keep the change.
Did I tell you to keep it?
Like if the sense of attitude, you're going to feel guilty and then not request for it.
And so, because I was going to give him $3 of the dollars.
But nice, you kept one.
And then, so, yeah, I gave him $1.50.
That's what he gets.
Yeah, never take it for granted. And again, that's what a lot of employees do. They just take it for granted.
But yeah, it's
very off.
If the first thing you say is like, "Oh, I want that," like, yeah, now you're not going to get it. Sorry about
Subway
that.
sucks. I miss when Subway was good.
Me
Before
too.
I knew what was in the tuna.
What God do I know what's in the tuna? I never get tuna. I don't like tuna. Tuna's disgusting. I'll fish. I just don't like tuna. Like the canned fish of this stuff.
I'm gonna make you some tuna casserole someday, and you're gonna be very happy that you were wrong.
I'm already puking a little bit in my mouth.
You'll be fine, and I'm telling you, it's delicious. But that's another day topic. No, the Subway.
Literally the only sandwich I get from Subway.
Yeah, it's not necessarily all tuna.
I never thought it was.
Yeah, so that's the thing too. It's like I'm not really disheartened necessarily by the idea, but they wanted to deny it or something. I can't remember exactly how it worked out, but I was not a fan of the excuse for it. I can't remember what it is, but that's usually how it goes. Like a company will slight me so badly that I'll just be like, I'm never using them again, and then I'll forget why. And then I'll be like, should I try them again? Shit, what did they do to me?
I have never forgotten what Del Taco has done to me. I'm never Del Taco.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Have I told you that I literally thought an employee like puked in a tortilla and like gave it to me as a chicken taco? It tasted like vomit.
Yeah, you did. So bad.
I
can't.
do not remember this
How much of
story.
it did you end up eating?
I took one bite and puked myself, and I was just DUN done. You only need one vomit taco to be like never again. I'm a masochist, but that's a whole other fucking, that's suicidal.
Yeah, it's just bad. You were not a happy camper for like 3 days.
Oh no, I think that was Denny's.
That was Denny's? Oh man, how many times have you gotten food poisoned?
Del Taco and Denny's.
Oh, the 2 D's. Well, D for diarrhea apparently for you.
Not D&D, not the fun time D&D.
Yeah, not the fun Baldur's Gate D&D. That's different. God, that sucks though.
Yeah, but it's like my mom would say, a cheap life lesson.
Foes, but
It only
I really
cost you one chicken taco.
it did cost you a chicken taco though. It is a chicken taco. It wasn't a beef taco, so that hurts more. It's like I never truly lived with the idea of Mexican food until I had my first chicken burrito, like an actual burrito, one of those cool ones out of like a taqueria, one of those. And I've never looked back. I'm so mad at myself for ever only eating beef tacos. Like, chicken sounds really gross, the taco. You guys are dumb. Embrace the chicken.
So let's see. There's 3 in Alabama.
Alabama.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I don't know what you're counting, Johnny, but I'm going to interrupt for a moment. I need to take umbrage with something Mr. Yes said.
22.
My state had Taco Bell and Chipotle and other Mexican restaurants. I don't know about Chipotle. I've never had Chipotle. But nobody, and I mean nobody, classifies Taco Bell as Mexican restaurant.
No one does.
That is, on its best day, that is a fast food facsimile of Tex-Mex.
It's Mexican style.
It's the greatest Mexican restaurant.
Chipotle.
I don't care if it wins the fast food wars or
I
not.
was getting there. It's like it won the fast food wars. The French.
It's not a Mexican restaurant. You know how I know it's not a Mexican restaurant? I've worked at Taco Bell. I've never seen a Mexican in Taco Bell.
Can't make Taco Bell.
Not in the back washing dishes, not working the line, not in the fucking lobby, not in the drive-thru.
What was the name of that movie where they won the food wars?
Demolition Man.
Militia. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. Everybody should watch it.
It is.
Which one?
Demolition Man.
Ah.
Even if you got to put up with Dennis Leary being Dennis Leary.
I used to memorize that the whole spiel of Edgar Friendly did when he's talking about like, I want to run around naked with covered in fried chicken or whatever it was, singing "I'm an Oscar Mayer wiener." Why? Because I suddenly might feel the urge to. The movie's classic, though. It should have been a good warning to what would happen to society. We weren't listening.
No, we weren't.
There's a George Orwell lesson.
I will never use the 3 seashells.
I don't think anybody knows how to use the 3 seashells, right? And then they put that in Cyberpunk, and then I got confused again and sad. It's like, I don't know how they work. Actually, we came up with a couple of theories. I don't remember all what they were, but my dad, my brother, and I were just sitting down one night, and somehow we got the idea of, like, how do you use them?
One's to scoop, one's to scrape, one's to splash. I don't know.
Pretty much is what we came up with. It's either that or you take 2 of them, and it's like almost like a bag of its sorts. You grip it and you pull out,
Then I have questions about your diet.
Hey, we were just theorizing why they would have use it, okay? You've seen what they eat. They eat little squares.
Taco Bell, yeah, they shouldn't need anything to grip and pull. It's Taco Bell.
It's just like a liquid, and they don't want to get anything like dirty, and I don't fucking know. It was a theory.
should be Dragon's Breath that comes out when you finish Taco Bell.
Right? I'm pretty sure we had this discussion like 17 years ago. Okay, you can't blame me for not remembering the specifics. But it was great. I loved it.
It's been 80 years.
It's
You know what I think is funny? That was the biggest movie in the world, right? Titanic.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everybody hates it now.
Never watched it.
I hated it then.
Why do people hate it?
Oh, a lot of people hated it. I mean, a lot of people hated it then.
I hated
Those
it.
were all men.
Yeah, I disliked it a lot. I disliked it even though I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw part of it. I didn't like it because it blew Star Wars numbers out of the water. And as a fanboy for Star Wars at the time, I was very upset. I took it personal.
But I mean, that's not a Chris. I mean,
why do people hate it, Gabby?
I mean, I was just about to say, Dax, that's the timing of the release. But what do you hate about the actual fucking movie?
Not much other than it's too long.
Well, first of all, it's a 3-hour movie.
What I said.
Have Lord of the Rings movie?
Well, no.
That's exciting, Lord of the Rings.
This was a 3-hour movie in the age of VHS, Gabby.
Yeah, you had to have it on 2 cassettes.
Lord of the Rings.
I'm pretty sure Lord of the Rings came out when people had DVD players.
Didn't it?
VHS set, did they? Oh, God.
I thought they did. I'm pretty sure it did.
It was, mid-2000s, wasn't it?
Did Lord of the Rings have a VHS release?
The first DVDs arrived around 1997.
Says yes.
But they still had VHS around that time, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it released on August 6, 2002 on both DVD and VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you could afford a DVD player at that time.
Gabby,
Yes.
I grew up poor. Okay? So we had a VHS. And one thing I really didn't like doing as a small child was having to get up and take out the tape and put in another tape to finish watching what I was watching on the first fucking tape.
Like the last 20 minutes.
The first DVD players were $5.99 to $7.50.
I forgot how expensive they were.
So,
Yeah.
but also, like the reason why everyone hates it now is the same reason why everyone hates Jenny from Forrest Gump. Enough people have gotten together on the internet and made the arguments as to why that is a shitty person.
That was
and the real villain of the movie.
That was a terrible love story. Like,
Yeah, it was terrible. I didn't like that as a kid.
Forrest got so screwed over.
Yeah, it's like everyone took advantage of Gump. That's how I looked at it. The only one who didn't was like Bubba. I mean, Dan eventually turned it around and whatnot, but in a way, he benefited from Forrest, and I know Forrest benefited too, but it wasn't out of, a business arrangement. It was just altruistic symbiosis.
But no, Gabby, like the reason why people hate Titanic now is because they recognize Rose as the villain of the movie.
Yeah, she is.
I need to rewatch it then, because maybe I watched it when I was too young. I don't remember that part. I just thought it was like...
Well, all you need to remember is, like, at the very end of the movie, when she drops that big-ass fucking rock into the ocean that everyone was looking for. It's the whole reason why they brought her out there in the first fucking place. And then she dies peacefully in her sleep.
She wasn't in it for the money. It was like a symbolic thing to her. From what I recall, again, it's been so many years.
Talking about it.
Yeah, and
angry about the practicality of throwing away supported her family for long after she was gone.
You would have liked her more if she kept it and sold it?
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't have an opinion on that part, other than it was pretty interesting that she did it.
She stole somebody else's property, and a homeless guy in somebody else's car in the middle of the ocean, absconded with said stolen property.
Oh yeah, wasn't it supposed to be like a gift as a fiancé or something, and then she just kept it or some shit, even though she broke up with him? Well, I mean, violently, obviously.
I gotta rewatch this movie now.
I would only watch it.
But at the very end, she dies and goes off to, her underwater heaven with the rest of the Titanic people. Does see, any of her kids, her husband that she, spent her life with, built a family? No. She sees a dude that she had a 3 fucking day affair with.
Her. He had an impact on her life. Sorry, she honored that in whatever weird way.
And you should also go back and look and see that, he was bogarting that door. She could have. Leo was skinny back then. She could have fit his ass on that door with her.
I've heard that it wouldn't have worked.
I don't trust Mythbusters.
I did back in the day.
I like Mythbusters. I forgot about that show too.
One of my favorite moments in the Mythbuster history is when they blew up that cement truck with the shit ton of Semtex and shit. Oh, that was so good. It was just there and then gone. Anyway, Rose did some terrible things, even beyond the fact that she took that thing and then tossed it. I mean, you're saying that she was doing it out of love and stuff, and that's cool and whatnot, but like Camel's saying, at the end of her life, she's more thinking about that guy instead of the life she lived with her husband and her kids, and, I get it, first love and whatnot, but that probably wouldn't be the first thing I would be thinking of.
There's her granddaughter that's taking care of her. She could have used the money from that fucking necklace to, set her up for life. The guy that brought her out there in the first place, his whole career is riding on finding this fucking diamond, or sapphire, whatever it was. Yeah, she fucks everybody, and then she dies. Just pieces out.
Like, she didn't do it maliciously, so I don't hate her. That doesn't mean she was smart.
Yeah, I mean, I could say that's a dumb decision, especially like practical wise, but again,
I would have had more respect for her, one hater to another, if she was malicious about it. I mean, if she had thrown that necklace off the back of the boat and been like, fuck them kids, I'd be like, all right, bitch, you got me. Okay.
I should have stayed with Jack in the water. This shit thrown it.
Yeah, like, if she'd been sitting there for like 80 years just stewing on how shit the world had gotten around her, like, yeah, I had a nice life, but what the fuck have you guys done? And then, like, peace, I'm out.
Dante says that, technically speaking, the dude put the necklace in the jacket, and then he gave the jacket to Rose. She didn't technically steal it, but he agrees with the rest of it. Okay, I didn't realize that's what happened. Again, I didn't see the movie. I saw lots and lots.
Absconded with stolen property. She knew who it belonged to, and she did not return it to its rightful owner.
That's the truth, too.
At the very least, that's theft in the second degree.
I need to rewatch this movie and reevaluate my opinion, because again, it's literally decades.
Oh, God, I could hate watch this with you. I can see that. If you can find it, I'll watch it. Other than that, I'm not watching this movie. I have no interest in it.
I will put up with it just to educate Gabby and to take another look at Winslet's rack. Other than that, I'm not really interested.
Although I do have to say that Winslet throwing a temper tantrum because she lost the Oscar is quite possibly the most amusing part of the Oscars at that time.
That's true.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
Well, when they had the Oscars at the time, and I don't remember who won, but Kate Winslet was up for best actress. We'll do that.
Well, you're looking it up. Dante, we're talking about the family of that of the dude, not the Billy Zane character himself, is what we're implying. That she should have returned it to that family, as it was. I think it was an heirloom, or did he just have it bought and made? I can't remember.
I think he bought it.
Okay, either way, I mean, technically...
Had it fashioned.
Yeah. I mean, of course, they'd probably argue in like a civil case, like, who'd you buy it for? Her? Oh, well, there you go. Doesn't matter. She broke up with you 5 minutes later.
It was 99, right?
Around there, yeah.
Movie came out in 98, so yeah, it would have been 99.
And yes, Biff did have an excellent life, and then Marty ruined it. You're right. Marty did a lot of selfish things, but you gotta remember, at least we're supposed to try to remember that he was tail end of high school, even though he looked like he was in college. Like all of them looked like they were in college, but suspension of disbelief. It's like he goes back in time to get rich after taking the almanac that he's told not to take.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, he going back in time in the first place, he technically is the reason why Biff crashed. Yeah, Biff was a dick. But I don't know how that all would have worked out if Biff would have been that rich millionaire or whatever if he never had the almanac. So the whole point would be is like, would Biff have become like a better person without Marty? Maybe. Would he become a worse person without Marty? I don't know, but we know that technically speaking, Marty caused a lot of shit to happen to Biff. Literally.
Wait, maybe it was 98.
97, 98, I don't remember.
Because they're saying Gwyneth Paltrow won in 99.
70th annual is what I was showing here. So
Dante's saying that it was bought and it cost him pretty penny and it's fashioned for her as a wedding present. Oh, since no wedding, he can take it back. Yeah, so she should have returned it to the family. They could have, tried to recoup the cost.
Okay, so let's go here. Actor in a leading role, actor in a supporting role, actress in the leading role. Helen Hunt, Helena Bonham Carter, Julie Christie, Judi Dench, and Kate Winslet. And Helen Hunt got it in As Good as It Gets.
Wait.
They gave it to Helen Hunt and that over fucking Titanic.
Wait.
Wow, yeah, no, I would be pissed at the Oscars too. That sounds valid. I've never even seen As Good as It Gets.
It's good, but it's not that good.
It's definitely not as good as it gets. I mean, that's as good as we got.
But the fact that, like, Kate Winslet looked like a pouting that, like, I don't know if I ever showed you the gif of the pouting Asian boy, but that is the look that Kate Winslet had, and it was hilarious.
Well, I mean, she didn't, like, go up on the mic and scream. It's like, I'm gonna let you do what you're gonna say, but so-and-so had the best performance ever.
Yeah.
Like, have a Kanye and Taylor Swift moment. Was it Kanye and Taylor Swift?
Yes.
It was Kanye, and that's where we're going to leave that.
You don't want to talk about that?
I mean, you can.
Kanye wants to bang his cousin or did. Like, we only have his words saying that he gave her Louis or whatever.
Yeah,
I forgot what happened.
Kanye West apparently admitted on social media to sucking his cousin's dick when he was younger.
And he gave him a Bluey.
Repeatedly.
No, multiple.
Repeatedly.
So he was abused?
Kanye's just screwed up, just mentally, so he might not even be remembering a true fact. Maybe he's just saying shit to be provocative. Either way, he needs to go away. He can just go live his life peacefully.
Go get some help.
Yep.
Yeah, he's that explains a few things. But yeah, that is definitely a psychiatrist worthy. Like, go talk to somebody, please. Oh,
I think this is another in a long line of examples of why men should avoid those Kardashian women.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see, there was Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
Anybody remember Lamar Odom? Championship basketball player, like world champion basketball player. He got with Kardashian. They found him fucking like brain dead, like smoking crack in a fucking whorehouse.
I just want to see a successful story of anyone who's been involved.
Y'all remember Bruce? Do I need to remind you what happened to Bruce?
Still the president. What were you saying, Gabby?
I demand to see an example of anyone who's been involved with the Kardashians who's had a healthy, productive, successful life.
Jay's selling fucking earbuds now. That's about all I can give you.
Yeah, the one guy who escaped is the leader in audio headwear for the nation.
Cut a sex tape and he's like, I'm out.
Yeah, people seem to forget. No, Ray J's claim to fame other than rap for banging Kim and having it taped terribly.
No, the only thing I know about the man is the sex tape and earbuds. I couldn't name a song if you put a gun to my head.
Oh, I couldn't either. I don't listen to that genre anyway, so I guess that wouldn't help me.
Yeah.
The misfortune.
I mean, the only one that I look at, like in the orbit of those harpies, I think, you know what, he might make it. Travis Barker. That man's already survived a fucking plane crash. All right? He may just be blessed enough to make it through the other side of that fucking relationship.
Apparently, Ray J is Brandy's little brother, according to Tyr.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and she's too busy killing people with her car. So, yeah.
Yeah, people forget that. Same thing with Matthew Broderick.
But Brandy killed someone with her car?
Yes. That's why she disappeared.
Oh.
So she actually seems to have had remorse, which is something to be said. Because some of them don't. Some of them never seem to want to talk about it, and they never hone up to it. They, don't seem to be living with any sort of downside to their existence because of having taken a life. Deeper than I intended. Well, all I can say is, yeah.
I like how you guys far more Kardashian lore than I do, and I'm the woman here.
That's about as far as I know for all that. So anything, beyond that, and they know it, I'd say they have some explaining to do, and we might find some rainbow stuff in their closets.
You guys still know far more than I do. Or did. Now
I can't tell you what I had for lunch last week.
Yeah, but I bet you know.
But I can tell you about shit I read on the internet years ago and don't recall why I remember it. They pop up from time to time, And if they get desperate enough, Kim gets naked again.
Just don't care because Kim's fake. I don't like fake.
Yep.
I don't find her particularly attractive. Good for you guys if you do. I don't.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, that's a lot of thing with the people who are saying, "Oh, look at these guys, they're 10s," and all I can see is like 3s. And I know I'm a little weird for that, but I just genuinely don't like people with that aura, that atmosphere. It's like
No,
disgust.
No, there's people who might be conventionally attractive, but yeah, if they're fake or if their personality is trash, I'm like, I can't get past that.
It's the one hurdle I can't get over. If you're a trash human, and there's nothing you can do to ever prove to me that you're pretty.
I just never said how she managed to get famous. It's like, okay, you knew OJ before he was a murderer, and he made a sex tape. How the fuck did they get you a TV show or endorsement deals or this or that?
Talking about
and I'm not too proud to say that, I'm not too proud to say, yeah, I've seen the sex tape. It's fucking trash.
It's garbage, and it's audio dubbed. It's like,
it sounds
her
like
head game is atrocious, and she got a diaper booty.
Yeah, you did not miss anything at all.
Like if Brazzers has better quality, then it's like I am not missing anything.
Oh, you're looking at the people who put in submission, who are amateurs who are just trying to get their name out there for a better deal later. That's all it felt like. It's garbage. It was gross. Or I should say, I don't mean gross as in not appealing in any way. I'm just saying it was just a shit video.
I have seen better camera angles and lighting in Hustler's Beaver Hunt than I saw in that video.
Nice to say it was low effort.
I was going to make a joke. Didn't Destiny, the streamer, put a phone in his pocket and just audio record a sexual activity he had with a male partner? Is it like that level?
No idea. I don't.
He banged a dude. Not surprising.
Yeah.
He blew a dude. And everyone was thinking it was Nick Fuentes.
Oh, it may have been.
But yeah, whenever that dude pops up, I try to just find something else. I don't like talking about that guy.
He's just a scummy piece of shit. He uses
Exactly.
bullying argumentative tactics when he's trying to quote, debate somebody. And heaven forbid that person not have an answer for you in 2 seconds.
He does a tactic I remember from high school debate called spreading, where you just talk super fast, try and front load as many arguments as you can. So that way, they can't conceivably, in good faith, argue against all of them, so you just carry the ones that they didn't get to and be like, well, you didn't say anything about this, or that. It's like, yeah, because they were like 23rd on the list of shit that you said. I got to the other 22.
He's the incarnation of a Senate bill. It's like there's some primary points in there, but he throws a bunch of little shit that you're not supposed to see or be able to respond to he can get his way. Hate that guy. Just a bad faith piece of shit. I'm glad people are laughing at him now. They should have been.
The only thing I really listened to where he was involved in, like as it was happening, was him and Medicare back in was it 2016?
Well, I swore him
I'll
off.
say it was before Trump got elected.
I think I've listened to about 2 minutes of that man talking ever since that whole debacle. I remember that video where the dude's dancing with his wife, though. That's pretty funny. Pathetic.
Was it ABBA or Preach dancing with Destiny's ex-wife now?
Damn, I don't know anything about this guy anymore.
I don't know who it was.
I don't think either of them did. If that was the video while he was debating or whatever, and they started dancing.
All I've ever seen was a screenshot.
No, they didn't do anything. And considering it was a weird polyamorous what have you, it's like dancing with someone else's partner is not that bad.
That's why I could never be beholden.
I've only seen one attractive person that I've actually seen trying to preach polyamory, and she's an autistic e-whore. So, I mean, of the one person I've seen, one attractive person, but there's other qualities that, nope. And I've told you all about that chick.
Or who it is.
Huh?
I don't remember who it is.
Oh, it's the chick on Twitter, the one that does all the survey questions, and used to be an escort. And apparently she had a birthday gangbang, and she doesn't shower but once every fortnight.
Oh, yeah, now I remember that.
Yeah, it took you a little while.
Yeah, I think it was the Fortnite thing that got me. I was like, oh.
I don't know, and if they don't bathe but once in a fortnight, I don't want to know.
Well, she'll release a data sheet tracking all of her metrics over the past year, and it'll show the frequency of the average time it takes between this, that, number of days this year that I was bad, or number of days that I drank alcohol, number of days I took a shower. Yeah, when you look at the average, it's 12 days between showers.
Maybe she took a bunch of showers in 1 month and then didn't shower for 4.
One 24-hour shower just to everything clean, everything new.
Exactly, she just does one.
I'm getting grossed out right now.
She's getting grossed out. Oh, that's nasty.
Well, I fulfilled my contractual obligation tonight, gentlemen. What are you bringing to the table?
Hey, I brought the returning favorite of the human centipede story. That's my contribution.
Can we get back to the human centipede? That was putting me out.
We should watch all of them as a group.
No.
Yes, we should.
I didn't know there was more than 2. I've watched the first 2.
I've seen 3. 3 of them.
I don't understand how they made more than one.
Is this going to be like Sharknado, where they have 6, 7 of them, direct to DVD or whatever?
I want to see one that goes from Earth to the moon.
And Centipede in space?
Yeah.
Why that?
In space.
A human centipede that reaches from the surface of the Earth to the moon.
Exactly.
2001, A Space Oddity, Human Centipede.
It's 2001, A Human Centipede Odyssey.
See, Human Centipede first sequence, Human Centipede 2 full sequence. Human Centipede 3 final sequence.
We only have to watch the 3?
Then there's only 3.
Oh shit. Alright. Well, you guys are gonna have to watch 3 movies.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gabby, I'll make you a deal.
Mm-hmm.
We can binge watch all 3 of the Human Centipede movies, or you can start watching The Blacklist with me and Dax.
I'm watching The Blacklist.
You could have asked her to chop off a foot, she probably would have agreed to it. Scott Captain in the world of Human Centipede, shut up.
So yeah, I did see an article that while I was shilling here, I did verify that it actually is an article. Let me see if I can load it here. Teen Pokemon player booted from tournament after laughing at pronoun question. And this is from March of 23, so it is an old one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I saw it and I'm just like, yeah, I wonder if that's an actual thing. And lo and behold, yeah.
Again, if someone could be like ran off the internet by threats of violence and doxing just because their stupid Animal Crossing character had space buns, then I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
This track for the current climate.
Yeah, teenager Makani Tran detailed his disqualification from a Pokemon trading card game tournament in Charlotte after appearing to laugh after being asked his pronouns by a judge. According to Tran's account on social media, he appeared to make the judge of the 6th round uncomfortable by giving an awkward laugh upon being asked his pronouns. On our way to the stream area, the judge asked us our preferred pronouns. I said he or him, or and I paused trying to think of the third pronoun being his. As I just stood there looking stupid, trying to think of the third pronoun, I felt embarrassed because I was failing to think of a simple word. Due to my nerves and me being embarrassed, I let out a little bit of a nervous laugh. My response together ended up being he or him, ha ha ha, his. Trend recounted. He also described a follow-up question where the judge once again asked him his and his fellow player. Okay. Alex,
I guess competitor.
Shemansky.
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan. For their
Foreign.
I don't think he's foreign, but I mean Shemansky. Whatever. Trent admitted that he laughed at the end of the question once again, but because of his nerves.
So, like, he wasn't laughing at the judge or making jokes. Like, it was just like a nervous chuckle, or a chuckle, a regular chuckle, like, would be understandable.
The little laugh at the end was because I was trying not to be awkward. Well, you're playing Pokemon, so of course you're going to be awkward.
Right there, you'd be awkward.
And again, that's an awkward demographic. Yeah. Nerds. Oh.
And because I was just stating the exact thing Alex had just stated, it was kind of silly to me that in that scenario, Tran wrote. The judge apparently responded, "Okay, just wanted to check to be safe. I go by they them, so don't be a jerk about it."
Be safe. How is your safety threatened?
Oh my god. Just so you know, I go by they them, so don't be a jerk.
Be safe from offending them.
Way to put your head square up your asshole.
Yeah, I like Mr. Yesterday. He's like, so did they ask him because his last name was trans? I'm mad at myself for not figuring out that joke first. Good job. What a dumb reason to ban somebody or kick them out of there. It's like, so they were. This isn't even like the first round of the tournament. That was like another string. Wasn't really listening that hard on that part.
I think it's that 6th round.
So
Yeah.
then, where was this fucking problem from rounds 1 to 5?
Apparently, they didn't need to know his pronouns before then.
Right, that's exactly my point. So he could have been like, well, if this was a requirement to have expressed it, I would have liked to have known from the beginning. And it doesn't seem like he was adverse to playing their stupid little mind game. Yeah, mine is NB for none your business.
And so when I was looking up the blog for for DVDs, because I just wanted to see how much DVDs cost back then, and the website is soundandvision.com, and they had a little thing called Flashback 97, the first DVD players arrive. And it goes about how it's talking about how, let's see here. The first DVDs were $19 to $24.
It's not terrible.
But
Yeah, it didn't change much, actually.
the DVD players themselves were, $500 to $750. And so I'm like, oh, there's comments. Can't be anything weird here.
You underestimate the internet.
Oh yeah.
It's only made for porn.
The internet is for porn.
The only mistake they made when they made the internet was they took all of the world's knowledge and all of the world's porn and put them in the same place.
You're not wrong.
They should have kept the knowledge in the libraries and just let the internet be for porn.
Save so many people so much grief.
Let's see. The first one.
And you wouldn't have homeless people jerking off in the libraries now.
This one's also from 2023. I still have one old DVD player here in my room. I also have a bunch. I also have a bundle of some old CD. Some old CD.
Some old
Okay.
CD. Not CDs, but CD.
Yeah. Last year I watched Gotcha Cute series on this old DVD player, and I was wondering that it is still working like a new one. Okay.
In my brain with bad English right now. I'm not ready for that.
This one's called In a Bygone Era Amidst a... And this one's also September 2023. In a bygone era amidst a realm dominating by the looming specter of exams, a mystical and enchanting "Take my online English exam for me" service emerged, casting a transformative spell upon the landscape of academia. This remarkable service, akin to a portal of infinite wisdom, unlocked the door to success, beckoning students to traverse the enchanted corridors of knowledge within wavering guidance. That's not how that works.
This is what somebody watched on a DVD player back in 1997?
No, it's just in the comment section. And it's just an ad for taking my online English exam for me.
Pope Francis died on the 21st, not the 20th.
Oh, okay. 21st.
So I was looking at Twitter for just 1 second.
Yeah.
All right.
Just the one, though.
The 21st on Rome time? Or...
Now it's a question. Was it not the 21st or the 20th anywhere else on the planet yet?
I'm not going to spit.
Was it reported on the 21st?
So my question for you, there are 2 comments. One's in Portuguese and the other is in Spanish. I noticed something off about the comments. So what do you think they're in reference to?
They're not.
They have nothing to do with the actual article.
Probably true.
Well, clearly. I mean, I can translate some of the language, but nah. I'm not that well-versed.
Are you still on Fox News?
Oh no, this is the same sound and vision website.
Well, I was going to say if it's Fox News, it's probably some international scammer trying to sell like fake dick pills online and make money. No, you know what? I'm going to go with that.
With that,
Gabby,
I can't even begin.
Well, they're both about the same thing, so.
Again, I have.
80 internet dick pills.
We'll be going with the Portuguese one here. Hello, I'm Karen, a super feminine and beautiful and hot Sao Paulo escort with a great body you can see in photos. Our moment will be full of pleasure, and you will have great memories of this moment with me.
See? Shady online internet dick pills.
Well, I mean,
guarantee you're gonna have fun either. So it's a lie right there.
And then the other one's selling a girlfriend experience.
How many people do you think they've like conned into like their escort service off of like 90s DVD player sales?
A lot more than we think anyway. Maybe not thousands, but probably a couple hundred guys.
Couple hundred poor boomers who just want to get a little Brazilian bam bam before they met their maker.
Exactly. She says her name means flowered one. Yeah, losing kids.
Actually, it's slang. It means deflowered one.
Yeah.
Portuguese is a lovely language, and that's just their way of calling her a whore. Now, had one Brazilian dude in high school, and he got so pissed when anybody tried to speak Spanish to him. It was hilarious. I'm Brazilian. Like, yeah, so?
Makes sense.
Like, we speak Portuguese, not Spanish. I was like, have you looked at a map? Portugal and Spain are there next to each other.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
No overlap at all? Really?
No, I remember when I was a foreign exchange student, it's like, like a lot of like the Hispanic like transfers as well. Like they couldn't, it wasn't like 100%, but like they could like coordinate and like speak to each other and understand each other to a certain degree because it was pretty dang similar.
I'm not saying they're all Latin-based languages.
Yeah.
Portuguese, Spanish, French, Italian.
There was a buddy of mine in high school. He hosted a Colombian gal, and he's just like, he walked out, and she kind of just walked out, and she was wearing a towel. And people were just like, yeah, you're talking out your ass or whatever. And he's like, dude, you'll have to ask my brother. He was there too. And he was in the class like right next door. So like we all followed him. He was like, dude, didn't you see what's her face in a towel? And he goes, I thought I was going to have a coronary. And I'm like, okay, I'll believe it then. Like,
things differently.
So I think she was attractive, or had they never seen a brown woman half naked before?
She was incredibly attractive.
So it wasn't so much like like, oh my god, we don't do that around here. It was like a hubba hubba auga kind of thing.
Yeah. I thought he was actually going to like socially correct her, but no, he did whatever at least most men would probably do. Just I stared there and I watched. What else was I supposed to do?
He's like, I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
Hell of a story you get forever. You could be like, yeah, so this one time. Surprised more people weren't saying he was making it up because his brother's is only a witness to the effect.
Well, I mean, two people telling the same story. Granted, they are brothers.
But, I mean, I have no reason to believe they would lie about it.
Yeah. But I can also believe that, someone from outside of the country would be able to, like, oh, that's just what we do. Like, type of thing.
Absolutely. How would I know?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't, and it's just a her thing. I'll never know for certain. That's why you got to kind of explore the world if you're going to judge it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. So
the literal cultural things. So the big cultural things we're all aware of, and we all know what we like and don't like. Like, quiet. You want to be quiet in Japan.
Is it really shocking that some jungle dweller may be averse to, multiple layers of clothing?
Entirely possible. Somebody could come here and be like, I have no idea why you guys wear shoes. Like, just get good. But have preferences. It's just, that's why we have different places where we all stayed.
yeah.
We like putting a surfer bro like right next to somebody who is just a hardcore corporate person. It's like, you know what you're doing. It's fucked up. Don't expect it to work.
Yeah, bro.
What do you mean file taxes? What are those, bruh?
I dropped mine in the mail on the 15th because fuck them.
Yeah, I already know all the numbers. I don't know why they need me.
Hey, Six.
They can tell me.
No one's given me a good answer yet as to why I have to file tax returns. Like, they take the shit out automatically. Why do I need to pay somebody else to check your math?
They should actually be sending it to us for review. Like, here's what we think you owed us. Is this looking right? And then you send a yes or a no.
No, we have to do it. We have to either do it ourselves or pay other quote-unquote experts to file our taxes for us. They crunch the numbers. They get back to us whether or not we're going to jail.
We got 26 pay stubs from the last year. I can just, look at what you guys took out.
And they took here, yeah.
I see. I paid taxes. Every fucking paycheck. I paid them. You guys know I paid them. You know how much I paid.
About special things, because now we got to tax you on top of the thing you already got taxed for. This is why I don't like taxes.
What was it? There was this one meme I found. It had the little Doge dogs, and it was just like, any transaction on PayPal over $500, we're gonna audit. And the Pentagon can lose how many billions, or was it trillions? And we don't know where it went.
Oh, not only that though. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna get into that on this channel. I was gonna break out the tinfoil and tell you about the press conference Donald Rumsfeld had on September 10th, but we'll save that for another day.
Yeah.
That's a much longer conversation, Gabby.
Well, I don't know about you folks, but I am starting to get a little tired, so I think we will call that an evening.
Yeah,
And do you guys have anything going on?
What does that mean? Are you staring at me? Are you looking through my window again?
Maybe.
Again?
Yes, again.
What is he doing that's so entertaining? Now I'm curious.
Don't you tell them.
I mean,
I have not been up to much.
It's in my secret journal.
Thank you.
I haven't been up to much, just the usual. Aside from looking for a new job, not much different. Playing some offline games. Dax browbeat me into getting a controller, so I figured out a way to play college football again on my computer.
I like an Xbox controller. I really do like controllers. Like,
They're good. They're useful. I mean, I like being able to use a keyboard and mouse for certain things, but I like being able to just pop on a controller and go.
some games do need multiple, like an actual keyboard. But I said I like controllers and top hats and champagne's chat, and that was not a good take on my part.
Yeah, Dax has reignited my console sports game addiction. So
It depends
Not
on
my
the game
fault.
you're playing.
That's what I said. It just depends on the game.
I like turning my brain off and playing football or UFC.
Like hack and slash and stuff, like Dynasty Wars and stuff like that. It's just something to do with a controller. I don't want to do that with a mouse and keyboard. Are you kidding me?
I am not playing Stardew Valley with a goddamn keyboard.
Just some things I like my controller for. Oh, good example. Grand Theft Auto. I'm not going to play. I understand it's, some people are really good with the keyboard. I will never find out.
If they have crossplay, Dax, I can play Grand Theft Auto 5 with you now.
Shit. They should.
As far as
I have a lot of
I think Xbox
provided it will let my computer run it through the Game Pass.
Yeah.
I think Xbox to Steam is cross-compatible, but not PlayStation.
Yeah, no, a PlayStation controller is... Everything needs an Xbox controller. It's so annoying. Well, it was, because I was always a PlayStation gal.
I just wish they would slim it down just a little bit. It just feels a little wonky in my hand compared to the PlayStation controller.
I like it.
I have a PlayStation controller.
I still have mine. I still have my PlayStation. I just... I miss it. Everything is Xbox.
I don't have any of my consoles. They all...
Somewhere downstairs.
I have my Wii U over here.
I got the Switch behind me.
I miss my Xbox original. That's the only Xbox I ever had. And again, that's the only way I can play Jet Set Radio Future.
My PS2, that was my favorite one. That one lasted me like 10 years. Before it finally gave up the ghost.
10 years is a decent run.
So many fun times, man. I had, Vice City, San Andreas, few Assassin's Creed games, like the first 3 Hitman video games. And then, of course, my college football and boxing and whatnot. Hey, if I don't play college football, Oklahoma State's never going to win a championship, all right? They need me.
Gotta represent.
Win is what he's saying.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, so.
Anyway, I'm hungry.
All right, good night, everybody.
Bye, y'all. Later, taters.
Yeah. All right, you guys have
Oh,
a good
yeah,
night.
Johnny.
The zoo is closed, and Pope Felonitis shall reign supreme. Have a good night.